Hello and welcome to Putt Putt Productions, where I occasionally bring out something I've had published and read it for you for your entertainment and edification. Recently, when I was updating my website, I realized I didn't have anything to go with The Man in the Hat, which was published in the October 2011 Cover of Darkness horror anthology through Sam Stop Publishing. So, today I'll be reading you a portion of The Man in the Hat. Again, it was published in the October 2011 Cover of Darkness horror anthology. Here we go. You can get it at the SDP bookstore. It's sdpbookstore.com, or go to smashwords.com and go to the Sam Stop Publishing bookstore if you'd like an e-copy. So here you go. For fun and entertainment, let me read a portion to you of The Man in the Hat. According to the papers, no one knew where he came from, where he went. Hell, no one even agreed on what type of hat he wore, only that he wore one. I could vouch for the hat, at least, as I watched him adjust the black Stetson on his head before we walked out the door, stepping carefully over the blood, and then striding up the street and out of town. The hat was made by J.B. Stetson himself. I was there when Cletus brought the helm to be reworked into the black beaver cowboy hat he commissioned from J.B. John owed us a favor for helping him with the kind of problem the law can't help you with. Cletus said all he wanted in payment was a new hat, and for J.B. to remember the poor occasionally. That was, what, 1887 or somewhere thereabouts? Back when Cletus still cared a little bit about his vocation. The helm had worked fine before, keeping Cletus out of sight and such, but it still tended to draw attention, see? Not many ancient Greek helms of invisibility floating around these days, but 10-gallon hats are a dime a dozen in the American Southwest. And when Cletus wore that hat, it kept most anyone, except me, from seeing him. It's not like the hat made him invisible exactly, it's just that it made a person's eye slide somewhere else and not take notice so much. What the papers did report was that the man in the hat left behind 3 bodies at the New U Hair Salon. Ennio Vogel, manicurist, Dinah Tyler, salon owner, and Pamela Baker, their oldest customer. All 3 met their maker with a quick slash across the throat, left to right. No signs of struggle, dead where they sat in their own blood spatter. Personally, I think those poor souls looked remarkably serene, circumstances notwithstanding, and considering the state of their own victims. The gals didn't even see Cletus as Stetson perched on head. He walked in behind me. I talked to Dinah about trimming the sides and back just to, keep her busy. Meanwhile, Cletus moved behind Ms. Baker, who was getting her nails done by Ennio. Soon as Ennio turned around to get another shade of polish, I watched the flash of light glance off the ancient bronze dagger, tri-corner hilt grasped firmly in Cletus' hand. Epic poetic justice was done as the blade sliced across Ms. Baker's throat. Dinah chattered on, oblivious of her customer's demise behind her, the spray of blood arcing across the tray of files, nail clippers, cotton, and lotions. I heard myself talking louder and faster at Dinah, stomach trying not to churn so much with the nerves. This wasn't one of our regular heroic saves of the little guy. I wondered just a little if you-know-who was setting us up. They're known for doing that. I didn't think Dinah recognized me, but I tried avoiding her eyes and keeping my thoughts occupied as I watched Cletus step behind Ennio, who looked like she was still deciding over dusty coral or rich peach. Cletus decided for her, and another spray of dark red hit the shelves of nail varnish. I stuttered a little in my conversation with Dinah about modern male hairstyles, wondering, as Cletus lowered Ennio's elderly body gently to the floor, how the rest of this morning would play out. I glanced at Miss Baker, head bowed, body slumped in the beauty recliner, her nails still soaking in their solution. Cletus was behind Dinah now, the dagger out, ready for its final victim. "Excuse me, I pointed toward the restroom and back, glad it was all finally coming to an end. Dinah was still nodding and smiling, sitting at her little receiving desk in front, when the red line appeared across her throat. I was able to get out of the way of the spray of blood just in time. She looked the most serene of the three, sitting back in her chair, silvery gray hair newly coiffed for the week to come, milky blue eyes staring into eternity. People later said that Cletus got away because Baxter PD mucked up the investigation. Truth is, Cletus would have gotten away anyway. Like I said before, that hat wasn't your typical Western wear issue, and his duster was custom made too. Pretty much repelled everything, and I mean everything. Not surprising considering the shield it was made from. Cletus had been sharpening that dagger since before Christ was born, and I was there when he got 'em all. By the time we left that salon, the Grey not only didn't know what hit him, but that forensic evidence that those crime shows go on about, not a shred on the duster or on Cletus to tie him to the murders. Still, I was worried. I comforted myself with the knowledge that at least we'd left those three better off than they'd left their own victims. And then there's the rest of the story. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the little excerpt from The Man in the Hat in the October 2011 issue of Cover of Darkness. If you're a horror fan, there are several other good stories in here by other authors. So go by the sdpbookstore.com to pick up your own issue, or if you want an e-copy, go to smashwords.com and type in the Sam Stop Publishing bookstore. Look for the bookstore, and it should be there too. Thanks, and have a great day.